The 19th Asian Games Hangzhou celebrated its grand opening on September the 23rd, 2023, marking one of the largest and highest level international comprehensive sporting events ever hosted in China. Hangzhou, a green and culturally rich city driven by innovation, once again seized global attention as the host city of the Asian Games, leaving the world in awe.
Force est de constater que le spectacle était.
The digital light show was absolutely fantastic.
Incredible, you know.
China has always been ahead of its time.
During the opening ceremony, the digital torchbearer traversed the Qiantang River, jointly lighting up the cauldron with Wang Xuan, the final torchbearer of the torch relay. The first ever lighting ceremony, integrating virtual and reality in the Asian Games history, was presented.
I mean, that digital guy who ran with a torch was just amazing. Every performance was amazing. I just love every bit of it.
The digital man bring the light and then they put together is I think is different experience because it means that we already in digital era, so it's different.
The masterpieces, 1,000 miles of mountains and rivers, and a dwelling in the Fujian Mountains are both national treasures that vividly showcase the charm not only of the water towns in southern China, but of the entire country. Advanced digital technologies brought these masterpieces to life via virtual and reality integration during the Hangzhou Asian Games.
When I was at the stadium, I felt like I'm watching a movie, and sometimes I felt like I'm climbing great walls, and I felt like I'm surfing on the oceans.
The remarkable robotic dogs emerged as everyone's favorites at the Hangzhou Asian Games, serving as carriers for ball rackets, retrievers for discuses, and even as porters for discuses and javelins on the competition field. At the same time, they also acted as guide dogs for visually impaired torchbearers. They were indeed versatile helpers during the Games. Almost all of these technologies shining through the Asian Games are developed by local companies in Zhejiang, China.
我们开发了58个控制器，控制脸部细节，让用户可以自由定制。我们也开发了 AI 捏脸的能力，让用户在1秒钟内可以快速地得到自己满意的数字人形象。
就算是用8年前的老旧设备的用户，也能成为数字火炬手。
Young athletes at the Hangzhou Asian Games exhibited fortitude and perseverance, achieving outstanding results that showcased their vigor and determination.
今天表现非常满意，也没有想过能够打破这个亚洲纪录。
Знаете, я им очень благодарна. И я вообще хочу им сказать огромное спасибо. Я знаю, что молодые гимнасты наступают на пятки. И буду, наверное, тренироваться более усердно. Но вы знаете, сколько бы медалей не было, каждая медаль, она особенная.
Chinese people have very good hearts.
Yeah. The best part which I saw is people are having a ramp to go inside the metro.
The openness, inclusiveness, enthusiasm and hospitality of the Chinese people added a human touch to this competitive event, creating beautiful memories for media reporters who came all the way to Hangzhou, China.
I am a journalist for 10 years writing sport. I think China has shown its best to the world.
The 19th Hangzhou Asian Games upholds the concept of an economical, green and low-carbon event, with only 12 out of its total 56 venues being newly built, while the remaining 44 venues are either temporarily constructed or converted from existing buildings. For instance, the standard track at the Chunyan-Jieshou Sports Center Velodrome is a rented second-hand facility that can be dismantled after use. The seats, lighting system, imaging system, and other elements inside the venue are also non-permanent installations, saving more than 16 million yuan in costs.
This massive building here is also a location where a biking competition is held for the Asian Games. So of course I had to stop by here and check it out. Look at that slope. It's cool to come in here and just feel the vibe of the biking experience in the Asian Games.
Photovoltaic and wind power are globally recognized as green energy sources. In addition to green power generated within Zhejiang province, the power supplied to the Asian Games also includes photovoltaic and wind power from various regions across China. Green energy illuminates the Asian Games through a network of cables. The delectable cuisine offered in the Asian Games village is undoubtedly a highlight that leaves a lasting impression on international guests. The extensive array of dishes from different countries has left everyone in awe.
The buffet is good because it's a new food to me.
Gracious of the food, very good. With 18 days to go, we'll see how we can cut down on our weight.
Many may find it surprising that this Asian Games village restaurant is converted from an elementary school in response to the call for economic games. The dining area in the Asian Games village requires bright, spacious indoor spaces which share many similarities with the public areas of schools. Just as the slogan goes, Asian Games for Better City, more and more people are getting to know about Hangzhou through the Asian Games. The 3 World Cultural Heritage Sites in Hangzhou, namely the Westlake Cultural Landscape, the archaeological ruins of Liangzhu City, and the Grand Canal in Hangzhou, stand as the treasures of this city. During the Asian Games, many foreign journalists also took the time to explore them. The broken bridge is not broken, the long bridge is not extended, and the solitary hill is not standing alone. The poetic paradox behind these famous Westlake scenic spots, along with the intriguing romantic stories unfolded by the lake, serves as a magnet for people from different parts of the world.
Heaven! Hey, that was a very fantastic feeling at Drama, beautiful.
In my childhood, I watched the TV drama of Westlake Legend. Yeah. About the human married with the snake. Yeah, it's just like, wow. So this is the lake, so this is the pagoda. Oh, this is the legends come from. So it's very interesting actually.
This time we are in the Westlake here, just visiting and traveling from one stop to another stop, just to see the environment. But not only environment, this lake it has a huge history.
The archaeological ruins of Liangzhu City stands as a sacred testament to the over 5,000-year history of Chinese civilization. From the magnificent royal city and the burgeoning rice cultivation industry, to the mysterious primal religions, skilled handicrafts, and the colossal hydraulic systems, all of these embodied in Liangzhu impress the world.
It's a beautiful scenery to get, beautiful wedding photos here. Yeah, I'd love, and any bride would like it.
I'm very interested for how to be district for the rice area. That's a good one. I'm very interested.
That represents the ancient civilization of the Chinese people, how they lived their lives, the kind of government they had, the kind of family they had, the kind of farm implement they had, and of course you see the hierarchy of governance structure that they had.
As one of the world's longest, largest and oldest canals, the Grand Canal is hailed as the only cultural heritage that is still living, flowing and actively contributing its value to date.
I visited the Grand Canal today and I got to know about the history and that the name of one of the mascots, Chen Chen, is named after the place.
and Cho. Juang Li Kun Chen Chuan.
The curtains came down on the 19th Asian Games, Hangzhou. During this 16-day event, more than 10,000 athletes from 45 countries and regions in Asia competed bravely in Hangzhou. Hangzhou, as the host city, successfully presented to the world a great event that is distinctly Chinese, uniquely Asian and spectacular. The city also etched profound memories in the minds of domestic and international guests, thanks to the Asian Games. These beautiful memories are anticipated to gather momentum for Hangzhou's future development.
Heart to heart, the future.
Heart to heart, as future.
Atlas at the future.
Heart to heart, at future.
Heart to heart, at future. Hati ke hati untuk masa depan. Heart to heart, at future.